Bringing light into a dismal landscape is one of the greatest gifts of being human. As Jesus taught us, light is best seen in the work of a community of people. True leadership is about inspiring a community to work in an attitude of servitude and gratitude, and to bring out their combined light to shine upon the world. May I now invite Srimati Karuna Munshi, the director of Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini, an alumna and gold medalist, to enlighten us on this course of the Vahini. Her efforts have been pivotal in shaping the path of our educational initiatives. Please give a huge round of applause to welcome Srimati Karuna Munshi.
Distinguished guests from the NCRT, CIET New Delhi, the All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, AISH Mysuru, the Indian Institute of Technology, or IIT Madras, Academy for Severe Handicaps and Autism, ASHA, our distinguished CSR partners, members of our parent body, the Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust, representatives from our sister units, the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, the Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School, Srimati Ishwaramba School, all esteemed presenters, special invitees, and Team Vidya Vahini. Good morning and welcome to the Sri Sathya Sai National Education Summit 2024. As you know, our theme is integral to inclusion. The story of Vidya Vahini began on November 23rd, 2010. Today, we look back at its journey with disbelief, as it is so nuanced in surrealism and idealism. One day, history, with this perfect hindsight, will judge Vidya Vahini as a case study of unimaginable outcomes that can be achieved when professional excellence, good intentions, a sense of social responsibility, and years of collective sleep deprivation come together. At Vidya Vahini, this heady mix is powered by the gospel of our master, revered Sri Sathya Sai Babaji, who taught us to love all and to serve all, and also to help ever and hurt never. The iconic Sarvadharma symbol that looms large over our heads in this grand hall bears testimony to the unity of faiths and the celebration of world's pluralism that our beloved Babaji taught us, reminding us to let noble thoughts come from everywhere. With reverence, I dedicate this moment to him, and I seek his blessings for the success of this conference. At the end of the 3 days of peer learning, may we all come out better informed and deeply inspired to open our hearts to include every learner in the learning paradigm, no matter their learning style, race, religion, or economic status. May our minds be primed for newer ways of thinking, shedding our old biases. And may our hands be eager to serve every learner in this world. Vidya Vahini's journey from integral education to inclusive education is best explained by the analogy of a river that emerges, or rather, almost sprouts organically, mystically, and magically high up in the Himalayas. The path before it is uncharted, and its destination is a distant ocean not clearly defined. Along the way, it sometimes flows like a stream, sometimes like a waterfall, and then even goes underground for a bit, only to emerge gushing, and how. Over a decade ago, Vidya Vahini began as a people's movement to leverage India's digitalization and to democratize access to integral education, one that balances scholastic excellence with character development. Mainstay Vidya Vahini that focuses on integral education may well be described as a digital extension of the best practices of the brick-and-mortar size schools thriving here in the Divine Valley, which are undoubtedly amongst India's very best and unique. Vidya Vahini gained national traction during COVID, when in 2020, the NCERT-CIET kindly provisioned a project for us to contribute our e-content to diksha.gov.in through the Honorable Prime Minister's digital gateway Vidyadan. Soon after our project went live on Diksha and was well received across the nation, we received a request from the government in New Delhi to create digital materials for a crucial NEP compliance. That's how we plunged into the mammoth and ambitious, the Inclusive Education Project for Special Children. With the power of purity that defines Prashanti Nilayam, we are confident that a never-before envisaged or attempted in scope and scale project will come to fruition in the service of entire humanity in the form of the Sri Satya Sai Inclusive Education Project. During the course of this conference, my colleagues will share a few select facets of the Vidya Vahini project, both mainstay integral and inclusive education. What I would like to highlight is the fact that this entire effort is a global collaboration between domain experts from a variety of fields, including pedagogy, bleeding-edge tech, creative art, teacher training, and now expert practitioners and academicians in the area of disabilities and inclusion. It is their collective goodwill that drives the flow of this river of wisdom, dedicated towards fulfilling the vision of a Viksit Bharat. Our commitment to NEP requirement that calls for digital resources on Diksha for inclusive education for Divyangjan reflects the firm resolve of our parent body, the Sri Satya Sai Central Trust, to serve entire humanity without any barriers or strings attached. One of the many proofs of concept of such an approach is our foundational literacy and numeracy program called SOPAN, which has been making history as part of the Honorable Prime Minister's The Aspirational Districts program under the auspices of the Niti Aayog for the last 5 years. Speaking of the quality of a river's water and its mineral composition, we know that it's enriched by its tributaries and distributaries that come along its way. Vidya Vahini is enriched by our mutually constructive collaborations with premier institutions with whom we share values of evidence-based pedagogy, rigorous research, transparency, reciprocity, integrity, and respect for intellectual property. These include the prestigious IIT Madras, NITTR Chennai, Swayam Plus, the All India Institute of Speech and Hearing or AISH Mysuru, Diksha CIET, Niti Aayog, and the favorite of all rural schools, ISRO's Space on Wheels, among others. Today, we welcome these and other distinguished tributaries and distributaries who repose faith in our intentions, promote our efforts, our very generous CSR partners, domain experts who share new learnings, and the national-level digital platforms that provide us with the opportunities to take our offerings to the world. We are truly honored to hyper-collaborate with all of you. To my fellow travelers cruising down this river of wisdom called Vidya Vahini, all I can say to our precious volunteers is that you and I may see ourselves as mere drops in this sea of goodwill. But each of us is also the ocean in that drop. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is significant. Clearly, the fact that we are gathered here today at this iconic venue is because of a higher design. By hosting the game changers of our world, we hold the potential to make history right here, right now. To each of you trailblazers, I say, thank you so very much for being a part of NES 2024 at Prashanti Nilayam. मैं एक बार फिर आप सभी का प्रशांति निलयम में स्वागत करती हूँ. धन्यवाद, साई राम एंड जय हिंद.
Thank you so much, Karuna Munshi ma'am, for giving us a succinct view of the journey of the Vahini so far and its trajectory in the future. Your talk has given us all a much-needed boost to work harder towards this divine mission.